Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Judicial Service. Today we are going to presenting here constitutional law. In this video we discuss the fundamental right. This video is the 15th part of top 1000 MCQ of constitutional law. If you are not watched the previous video, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box. Please go and watch these videos. And those who want the PDF file of this video series, the PDF file will be available in our Telegram group. You may join Telegram group through the link which is already provided in our description box. Now come to the point here. Question number 271. In which one of the following judgment the apex court means Supreme Court found that, this statement is very important here, morality and law cannot be equated with each other. So this judgment is given by the Supreme Court in case of V.V. Siva Prasad versus K. Venkateswar Rallu. So clearly answer here option A. Question number 272. In which case the decision of Supreme Court was a big blow on Article 21 when held that right to life and personal liberty guaranteed by Article 21 of Constitution could not be enforced in view of the proclamation of emergency and an order issues under Article 359 clause 1. So 359 clause 1 dealing with the restriction of a fundamental right except Article 20 and 21. So now case here. So Menka Gandhi versus Union of India, ADM Jabalpur versus Sivakant Shukla. Option C here, Minerva Mill Limited versus Union of India. And option D here, Women Rao versus Union of India. So clearly answer here option B, ADM Jabalpur versus Sivakant Shukla, 1976. In this case, Supreme Court held that the protection of life and personal liberty guaranteed by Article 21 of Constitution could not be enforced in view of proclamation of emergency and an order issues under Article 359 clause 1. Question number 273. Where was it observed by the Supreme Court that Article 16 clause 4 was not in the nature of exception to Article 16 clause 1? So Article 16 dealing with equality of opportunity in matter of public employment, and 16 clause 1 express that there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizen in matter relating to employment, appointment to any office of state. This thing is provided in clause 16, so Article 16 clause 1. But clause 4 dealing with it makes it gives the power to state to make a special provision for other backward class. So this thing is provided in clause 4 of Article 16, and so it clearly shows that the contravention between these two articles, because the Article 16 clause 1 shows that the every person treated as equally and give the equal opportunity in the matter of public employment, means every citizen getting the equal opportunity in the matter of public employment and appointment. But Article 16 gives the power to state to make a special provision for backward classes. So this thing is there, and Supreme Court held that it was not a nature of exception to Article 16 clause 1. So case here, W.A. Vaid versus Union of India. Option B here, Indira Sahani versus Union of India. Option C here, Balaji versus State of Mysore. And option D here, Devdasan versus Union of India. So clearly answer here option B, Indira Sahani versus Union of India, 1993. Now question number 274. The decision of Supreme Court in MC Mehta versus Union of India, 1998, 1 SCC 471, concerned with Ganga water pollution was described as ultra activist by, so clearly here, by D.D. Basu. So answer of this question is here option A. Now question number 275. The power of the president to grant pardon is an independent power and distinct from the judicial power, and it is not judiciable on its merit only the area and scope of president's power under article 72 can be examined by the court was held by the Supreme Court in case of, so was first case here State of Punjab versus Joginder Singh, second case here KR Singh versus Union of India, third one here Maru Ram versus Union of India, and fourth one here all of the above. So answer is here all of the above. In all these cases Supreme Court held that the power of president to grant pardon is an independent power distinct from judicial power. It is not justiciable on its merit. Only the area and scope of president under article 72 can be examined by the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court only examine the area and scope of president's power under article 72. So this thing is provided in these cases. So clearly answer here option D. Now question number 276. Article 74 clause 1 is mandatory and therefore the president cannot, this is very important line here, president cannot exercise the executive power without aid and advice to the council of minister. This is very important here. Council of minister was observed by the Supreme Court in case of UNR Rao versus Indira Gandhi. Option B here Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab. Option C here both of the above. Option D here none of the above. So answer of this question is here option C, both of the above, means UNR Rao versus Indira Gandhi and Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab. In these case Supreme Court held that the article 74 clause 1 is mandatory, therefore the president cannot exercise executive power without aid and advice of council of minister. So clearly answer here option C. Now question number 277. The definition of state cannot define to the government department and the legislature but extend to any action administrative whether statutory or non-statutory, the judicial, quasi-judicial, which can be brought within the fold of state action, being action which violate the fundamental right, was held by the Supreme Court in, so option A here Ramanna versus International Airport Authority of India. Option B here Mahabir Auto Stores versus Indian Oil Corporation. Option C here Som Prakash versus Union of India, and option D here all of the above. So answer of this question is here all of the above. Question number 278. Subsection 4 of section 1 of TADA Act says that offence created by section 3 of Act will be punishable as a crime if the act was committed on or before 24th May 1995, but if the same act was committed after 24th May 1995, then it will be not crime, and which is ex facie violation of Article 14, in which case it is held. So this thing is held in case of Vijay Kumar Baldev Misra Sharma versus State of Maharashtra. So clearly answer here option A. Now question number 279. Supreme Court enunciated the few tests for determining whether an identity is an instrumentality or agency of state. Which of the following is not one of them? So first option here, where the entire share capital of corporation is held by government. So here entire share capital of corporation is held by government, so it is government institution. Option B, where the financial assistance of state can meet also entire expenditure of corporation. Yes, this is also treated as state. Option C, where the corporation enjoy monopoly status which is not state confirmed. And option D here, the existence of deep and pervasive state control. So this is also state here. But option C here, where the corporation enjoy monopoly status which is not state confirmed. So this statement is wrong here. In some time, like example of railway, in railway the state having the monopoly power here, monopoly market, so it is also covered under the definition of state under article 12. So this statement is wrong here. So answer here option C. Now question number 280. Match the following: the Amendment Act, 17th Amendment, 25th Amendment, 32 Amendment, 52 Amendment. So now we are trying to matching here. So first one here, 17th Amendment. So 17th Amendment related to Golaknath case, so it is 1. And 25th Amendment related to Keswanand Bharti versus State of Kerala 1973. So it is second here. And third one, 32 Amendment. So 32 Amendment is related to Sambha Murthy versus Union of India. So it is 4. And last one here, 52nd Amendment. So it is the Kohito versus Jachi Chulu. Jachi Hu. So clearly here it is third. So answer here 1, 2, 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3. Yes, option B is correct here. Question number 281. The existing law which are inconsistent, please listen carefully. These lines are very important here. Which are inconsistent with any provision of part 3, these statements found in article 13 are rendered void only with effect from the commencement of the constitution was held by the Supreme Court in case of, so first one here, Nabira Jahan versus State of Mysore. Second one here, Panna Lal versus Union of India. Third here, Ravindra versus Union of India. And option D here, all of the all. So these statements found in all these cases here. So clearly answer here option D, all of the above. Question number 282. When the court declare a certain provision of the act invalid, it does not affect the validity of the act. It remain as it is. First one. So I again read these statements because this is very important and this related to a particular doctrine. When the court declare a certain provision of the act invalid, so it does not affect the validity of act. It remain as it is. So this shows that, this statement shows that clearly indication to the doctrine of severability. So answer is here option A. In doctrine of severability, like if this is act, if the some part of the act is violating the fundamental right, contradict with the fundamental right, so this part is invalid and this part become void, but remained act is valid. So this thing is there. And if this part is a very important for this act, and if this part is not there, so the value of this act is not there, so the act become invaluable. In that time whole act become void here, because it is a contradict with the fundamental right, so the whole act will become void. But if it is easily separated from this part, easily separated from the whole act, so the act is working as usual. So this thing is provided in doctrine of severability. So answer here option A. Question number 283. Which one of the following statements are true with regard to the fundamental right of minorities in educational matter? So the fundamental right of minorities in educational matter is provided in Article 30. Article 30 dealing with the right of minorities to establish an administered educational institution. But this right is not absolute right. So now option first here, the minority has only one right to administer the educational institution. So this is wrong here, because under Article 13 the minority have two rights there. They are established and administer the educational institution, but in this statement only administered, not established. So this is wrong here, only one right here. So now point 2 here, the minority has right to establish and administer educational institutions. Yes, this statement is correct here. Now 3 here, the right is absolute and not subject to any restriction. So this is wrong here, because in case of I write the name of case and you may try to remember it. Re father W Proust, Proost, Proust versus State of Bihar, AIR 1969. In this case, Supreme Court held that the right to administer is not include the maladministration. So right to administration is not include the maladministration under Article 30 of the Constitution. So this thing is provided in this case. So it clearly shows that this right to establish and administer the educational institution is not absolute right. Now point 4, the reasonable restriction may be imposed to promote the efficiency and prevent the maladministration. Yes, this thing is correct here. So option point 2 and 4 are correct here. So select the correct answer using the codes given below the codes. So 2 and 4 are correct. So answer of the question is here option B. Now question number 284. Under the Indian Constitution, which one of the following is not a specific ground on which the state can place a restriction on freedom of religion? So the freedom of religion, option A public order, option B morality, option D health, and option C social justice. So these three restrictions are there in article provided in Article 25, but social justice is not provided in Article 25. So clearly answer here option C. Means in Article 25 the state can impose the restriction on the basis of public order, morality and health on freedom of religion. So this thing is there. So answer here option C. Now final question of this video. Article 15 clause 3 of the Constitution of India empower the state to make special provision for. So Article 15 clause 3 empower the state to make a special provision for women and children. Now option A here, reservation in employment for freedom fighters. So this is wrong. Option B here, women and children. Yes, it is absolutely correct here. The under Article 15 clause 3 of Constitution of India empower the state to make a special provision for women and children. So answer here option B. And remaining options are reservation employment for physically handicapped persons, so wrong here, and relaxation of minimum qualifying marks for admission and those belonging to ST SC. So clearly answer here option B. Now finish this video, and if you like this video please click on like button. Your one like promote us, and if you are still not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it. This channel will very helpful for your preparation. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.